from a strategy standpoint, that's why it's called a personal brand. Think about in your case. Yes, the username is Lash Trainer Pro, but the name is your name, and then the content that you post, it's also for beginners that want to become lash techs, but also for advanced lash techs that want to become lash trainers, right?
You're listening to the Full-Time Lash Artist Podcast. If you want to jumpstart your lash career, you can also watch Cosme's free lash training at www.fulltimelashartist.com. Let's grow.
So let's say, and then you post some funny reels, you know, we did the Eastern European smiling, non-smiling
There
one.
was another, sorry to interrupt you, another thing that some of my students realize, that when you go on my Instagram profile, it's all about business. Trainings, classes, students, like all about lashes, right? And then once in a while, when I say once in a while, it's maybe like once every year, I post something outside of this, something with you or something with the dog or something funny, and I get the most views.
You're talking about the feed.
The feed. The
'Cause
feed itself.
yeah, you have to.
Stories, it's something else. And that's why I was about to say, one of my students, she said, Cosmina, but I realized something. All your posts, your feed, it's about business. But when I go on your stories, you talk about food, going to the gym, you show your dog, your husband, things like that, but never post anything on your feed. And I said, that's true, but I post a lot on my stories.
And also one thing that actually both of us are missing, a lot of the stories, especially the personal ones, should be added into a highlight.
Or maybe on the feed?
Well, we can test, right? Gary Vee, for example, says, and then he's involved in like 1,000 different businesses and he likes 1,000 different things, and he posts on his feed all of them combined, right? But none of us have 10 million followers that he can. But he said this. He said, "Look, I can't remember exactly what was the question." He said, "I have 10 million followers on IG, and then I posted this video, and he got 2,000 views." You know, maybe for me and you, 2,000 views might seem a decent number, but for someone with 10 million followers, it's nothing. It hurts the account, right? So you can still post on the feed, and if we realize, and I know you are more like kind
Perfect.
of no, but you're trying to keep the aesthetic of your
that's another thing that I want to ask you.
Yeah, I honestly, and
I
again,
know you're against them.
no, not that I'm against.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, how do I consume somebody's Instagram content?
Yeah.
And I never go to someone's account unless I see a reel that is so good that makes me stop and want to check more of that person's stuff. Then,
when you see the whole feed.
Yes. But here's another thing. I've seen some tactics that I think like very few accounts do this. You know, you have your feed, but then you also have your Reels feed.
Yes.
I've seen some accounts that have a regular feed of just photos. So like really polished, fully edited with the aesthetic that you like. And then the Reels feed is all over the place. It's all over the place. It's all different colors, different type of fonts, different types of text, different types of content.
Wow.
Completely different than what the photos show, right? So now I'm thinking, maybe this is a way, because I was debating with my like recently I started to post some new like gym content, fitness content, and I'm like, but it doesn't really connect with what I talk about, like marketing and business. One thing to do it would be me recording at the gym talking about business.
That's still business.
Yeah, but you see what I mean? Like in like you get attracted, like if someone likes fitness but he's also into business, you see in the background, because 80% of people watch Instagram content, especially Reels, with like no sound, like on mute, because they watch it at work or somewhere where they cannot put the volume really loud. That's another way to do it, right? You can, like for example, in your case would be at the salon talking about lifestyle, or at the same thing at the gym talking about lashes, and how you can connect. Maybe like in my case would be, how can I connect or why fitness and business are so related. If you think that you're gonna get six-pack abs or you're gonna get muscles by just going 1 week at the gym or 2 weeks, or you take a magic pill and now all of a sudden boom, you get.
That's marketing.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. It is true, especially for the people selling the pills. But it doesn't happen overnight, right? You have to be consistent and talk. So there are ways that I'm actually doing this. And trust me, it's so much harder to do it for me than me to do it for somebody else, because it's. When you get a set of eyes, that's completely outside. But again, the reason that I made these quick parentheses is for your student to kind of understand the idea of, all right, you rebrand everything under your name, all your socials, all her socials, Instagram, Facebook page, TikTok, Pinterest if she does it, but at least these three: Instagram, YouTube Shorts, and the Facebook page. Under the same personal name. I haven't mentioned Google in here because Google has to be Google page, Google Maps listing. It has to be a business name. You can't just put your personal name because it's going to be hard to verify it. But you can post on all the platforms. You record one video and then you post on all of them. And of course, in here we can add LinkedIn and all the others. But if she decides at some point to add hair, or maybe I remember she was talking about doing some collaborations with her sister, that I think her sister does nails. Same thing. It's so much. She can easily, even now, if she would have rebranded under her personal name, she can start posting about nails with her sister now, especially if they're doing collabs, especially if the sister starts the account and invites her as the collaborator. And that's another thing that we can talk about it if you feel it's not too advanced. But the easiest way would be, again, rebrand under the personal name. Username ideally has to have something with SEO. So in this case, she would have to choose esthetician versus lashes. But again, it's not locked in stone. She can always change it. It's just she has to remember to change it for all of them. If she wants to, or her main audience now, it's esthetician services, or at least people know her for the videos that she posts about esthetician services, like all kinds of treatments that she recommends and she does in store. That one can stay the way it is. Just making sure there's no underscores, lines, points, any grammar type of punctuation. Those have to go away.
I know you explain about this all the time during the class.
It's crazy because it hurts. Nobody will search for esthetician 673 underscore or lash artist 345. Right, and then a lot of times it's hard because you don't find the username available. But the easiest way would be look or decide what the name it's going to be, and then you have to add some type of SEO component. Like I've never really pushed as much Instagram and TikTok for SEO, but trust me, the AI, the last 3 months, it's crazy to me to see. Everybody can do it now. You can look in your, you can start, well, if you start the account like right now, it's probably going to take a few videos, but you can have 1 like on the video, 10 views, and after 3-4 hours, so you post a reel, and if you go back to the reel, I don't know if you have to go and check it from another account, but even if you check it from your own, Instagram, it's going to show with the blue type of text. And I can't remember exactly what the emoji is or the sign. I think it's a search or something. AI, it recognizes what the video is about, but it's a good thing because it knows in which category to put the video.
And what exactly to, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. So you can talk about lashes and have hashtags about fitness. It doesn't matter. You're not able to trick the algorithm anymore.
Yeah.
Before, it used to be where you could put the title and description and you play a couple hashtags and you will fool the algorithm into thinking that that video is about something. No, now it actually reads the title and the caption, but it actually compares it with the transcription of the video and what you talk in the video.
That's smart.
It's crazy smart. Yeah, it's almost ChatGPT meets meets Instagram
everything.
meets you.
Yeah.
Right. So it makes things easier for people, because now that was the biggest struggle for any small account. Small meaning less than 100 followers. Instagram wouldn't know, or TikTok for that matter, wouldn't know how to, in what category to put your account to show it to people.
People
of,
find you.
Yeah, they're interested, because if you search, Instagram has some, not metrics, but topics.
Yeah.
But if you search within those, you won't find lashes, you won't find esthetician, you won't find. So I think in the beauty, you find in the beauty space, you can find things like skincare, hair care, or something like that. And that's pretty much it, not much. Then in the pet accounts, you find pet and owner bond or something like that. Pet toys, they're not too many.
Mm-hmm.
But now with this, when the algorithm literally understands what you talk about in the video and it puts it in a category, like in a one short sentence or one short phrase, it knows exactly what the video is about.
Mm.
So now it's just a matter of you picking the 5 to 10 biggest accounts, or even smaller accounts, let's say 10K, between 10K and 20K. Look at what are the highest viewed videos and go to the comments and then see what the blue text says. Because Instagram literally, it tells you the phrase. So now make sure you do videos about what that phrase says. Now, of course, you have to make the video better, and you have to make sure you pass that 3-second threshold, because the way that it works is first they publish it to 10% of your audience if you have at least 100 followers. If that 10% watches more than 3 seconds, you'll show it to another 10%.
Mm-hmm.
But if they don't watch the 3 seconds and they skip, that's it. The video dies.
Good. Yeah.
And that just means...
So you have to test.
Yeah, that just means you have to be better at those 3 seconds.
If you got a passion for lashes, let me see it. It's time to level up. If you need me to, I'll teach you my 6-figure secret. Better believe it, cause I believe in you. You're listening to the Full-Time Lash Artist Podcast. If you want to jumpstart your lash career, you can also watch Cosme's free lash training at www.fulltimelashartist.com. Let's grow.